Yes, you can stay as long as you like. I stayed for a night. Oh, I'm mistaken. I've lived here all my life. Nowhere to be, but everything to see. Okay, what's next? What's next? At
Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast!
It works better than we think. Once upon a time, the world was cruel, and there was a witch who knew it well. And so she sold her heart to build a house in the woods where the world could never find her. At first, she would let no one into her fortress. But in the long march of days, a strange thing happened. In her own cold and spiteful way, the witch made a friend. And then another, and then another, until her house was teeming with colorful faces and complicated lives. The house would come to be known as Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, and it would last for a very long time. Chapter 2, The Night Market, featuring
Abby Hepworth as Gertrude,
Jay Stropman as Monday,
Elliot Davis as Parrish,
and Brian Flaherty as Sal, and your concierge. On the front door of Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, there is a sign which reads, "No soliciting, trespassing, romancing, snooping, snitching, or unnecessary small talk welcome." Yazeba reserves her temper for those she catches violating these rules. But underneath that sign is a second, smaller sign, which reads, "Room for everyone." It is always September 15th inside the bed and breakfast, even if it's summer, spring, or winter outside, because September 15th is Yazeba's favorite day of the year. And on this particular September 15th, fireflies danced in and out of the stone wall that ran through the woods behind the bed and breakfast. The buzzing of 1,000 evening insects was beginning to sound almost musical. Gertrude fiddled with the folded envelope in the pocket of her hoodie, running her fingers over the gilt edges and bumpy wax, but she'd already read the letter it contained over and over. She could probably recite it by heart.
Miss Gertrude, your charm, cunning, and aptitude for magic have not gone unnoticed by all. It is my cherished honor to invite you this evening to the night market, beginning at the stroke of midnight and ending at 12. Bring the enclosed ticket and an escort to the wooden gate in the old stone wall at the appointed hour. I'm giddy with anticipation to see it vicariously through your eyes. Yours, Monday. P.S. Yazeba doesn't need to know about this little excursion. She might get jealous.
She tried her best to follow the little fairy light dancing in front of her, but the path through the haunted woods was invisible and, frankly, nonsensical to her. She asked,
Monday, are you sure this is the right way?
There's no path I know better, my dear.
Monday's voice, sing-song in the night, seemed both ahead and behind her.
Not even the way back.
They stepped through a wooden gate suspiciously like the one in Yazeba's backyard, and Gertrude felt her hair puff out as the air became muggy and full of unidentified smells, both enticing and repugnant. The melodic buzzing and croaking of wildlife resolved itself into real music, and the muffled din of barkers addressing unruly crowds. As always, she had more questions than she knew how to ask.
Also, how can the market begin at midnight and end at 12? Isn't that no time at all?
This made Monday pause and bob thoughtfully in the air, as if they'd never considered it before. But eventually they chuckled.
There's always time to shop.
The night market was nestled among the trees and expanded far beyond them, rows and rows of tents and stalls stretching off into the dark. Its sprawling lanes were lit by moth-mobbed lanterns and lined with muddy carpets, and everywhere there were strange and marvelous wonders for sale, the likes of which Gertrude had never seen. Ancient swords and fizzing love potions, otherworldly plants potted in skulls, dresses made from the running waterfalls, and candies that gleamed with trapped moonlight. But before she could take more than a couple of steps, Monday stopped her with a raised finger, a smile painted on their face, and said,
Careful, Gertrude. Fairies are treacherous creatures, but I'll stay close beside you. So, the question of the evening, with all your heart, what do you desire?
So this is a pensive chapter of Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast. So that means before this chapter starts, we'll read through it and select some questions to write down on index cards, and then place as many tokens on each of those questions as the chapter asks for. These questions need to be picked away at. So whenever any one of us does a bingo or a whoopsie, they'll collect a token from one of these questions, keeping it if they did a bingo, or giving it away to someone else who can learn from their mistake if they did a whoopsie. Gertrude has never really thought about how she could be a witch before. Sure, little magics have happened, but it's never been heavy on her mind. But now, the world is open to her, a world of talking frogs and fairy markets and everything she could ever dream of. And for the first time, someone is telling her she's actually good at something. Gertrude gets to choose one of the questions below or invent her own. So Gertrude, some of the questions offered here are, what would it take to make me feel like I belong here? Who would I be if I could really be anyone? And what does it mean to be respected? Do any of those questions pop out to you, or is there a different one you'd like to ask?
Ooh. I think the first one, what would it take to make me feel like I belong here, is something Gertrude thinks about a lot. And so does Abby.
Damn.
We can cut that if we think it's too sad.
No, it's a pensive chapter.
Oh, it's so pensive.
Okay, so we have an index card with the question, what would it take to make me feel like I belong here? That question's going to start with 9 tokens on it. Once all those tokens have been removed, everyone will go around and attempt to answer it, with Gertrude answering last. Then the chapter ends when Gertrude decides to go home, and we divvy up the leftover tokens during housekeeping. However, this is not as picturesque and lovely as it may seem, because Monday's invitation to Gertrude was unsurprisingly calculated. They would like to buy Gertrude's heart, and tonight they plan on making an offer to the young witch that she cannot resist. We're going to write the witch's bargain on an index card, and anytime someone places a token on the witch's bargain, Monday may ask Gertrude a question. There's a number of questions here. Some of them are like, do you worry about losing control? What are you so scared of? Are you who you want to be? Monday can ask those questions immediately or hold off until they sense an opening. But at the end of the chapter, after Gertrude answers her question, Monday may make an offer to Gertrude. They may promise her absolutely anything, but the price is always the same: Gertrude's heart. No one else may contribute their opinions. They must give Gertrude the space to genuinely consider and come to her own conclusion. If she says yes, the deal is struck. Monday gives Gertrude the heartless contract to sign and leaves the bed and breakfast. If Gertrude says no, Monday backs off and the chapter ends. However, at the night market, Monday plays by slightly different rules, because the night market is Monday's place.
Domain.
It's my house, baby.
The night market is Monday's home territory. Monday's going to start with 12 tokens, while the rest of us will start with 0. However, Monday cannot receive more tokens. If Monday would receive another token, they will put it on the witch's bargain instead. When Monday does a bingo or a whoopsie, something splendid goes up for sale on the night market. A magical cloak of protection, an infinite chocolate bar, a flaming sword, something like that. Monday can tailor the items to suit the characters perfectly. Monday writes down the goods for sale on an index card and puts between 1 to 3 of their tokens on it. Anyone else may purchase the wares on Monday's credit. If they do, move those tokens for the purchased item to the witch's bargain, and then take the index card and clip it to your character sheet as a keepsake. So if we buy any of these items, as fantastical as they may be, they do become canon. We do get to keep them and use them. So Monday's going to be making us some very tempting offers in order to move more tokens to the witch's bargain, to ask Gertrude more questions, and hopefully narrow in on exactly what Gertrude wants in order to buy her heart. In addition, the night market is full of strange creatures with exciting wares, so we may be seeing a number of fairies and fae and trickster that we may never see again. So to begin this chapter, we all wrote down 4 little tidbits and tricksy fairy magics and unusual body types and wild outfits. So if we meet an NPC, I'll pull 2 of these cards that we all put together, and we'll create a little NPC on the spot. The last thing is, the night market is a strange and beautiful place. Lanterns and string lights dangle from nothing, marvelous tents filled with strange creatures selling everything you can imagine, and huge piles of delicious food. While in the night market, everyone, except for Monday, has a big question hanging over their heads. What is my heart's fondest desire? We're probably not going to fully answer that question during this chapter, but instead, when the chapter ends, everyone goes around and gives as much of an answer as they can based on how many tokens the question has. Then we split up the leftover tokens as evenly as we can for housekeeping. So what is my heart's fondest desire will also be on an index card. It is also a place that we can put tokens, and this is a place that the more tokens we put on this question at the end, the more we'll get for housekeeping, and the more opportunities we'll have to get some items and tchotchkes for the very shelves in the bed and breakfast that help us unlock other chapters and characters.
I love a tchotchke.
We love a tchotchke to put on our shelves, put on the walls.
Love a knick-knack.
Love a
You're in the
knick-knack,
right
love a
place.
paddywhack.
Oh.
And boy, howdy, we got to give that dog a bone. How is everyone feeling? Any questions before we get started?
I have one. Correct me if I'm wrong. I vaguely recall Gertrude getting a bedroom.
Gertrude did get a bedroom
Yes.
at the end of our chapter, Gertrude's birthday. So
Oh.
Gertrude has her bedroom unlocked. In addition, just to remind people, because it's been a while since we played this game, Gertrude, Sal, and Parrish have all unlocked their second tracks. So Gertrude is on the Witching Path. Sal's new track is Legend in the Making. And Parrish's new track is The Glory Days. So you may hear some new bingos and whoopsies. You may hear some new things we're trying to do in order to check things off of those various journeys. But, we'll play to find out and see how it goes. You guys feeling good to get going?
Yeah!
Let's go shopping.
Shopping! Yay!
I'm embarrassed to admit I love shopping.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Shopping is a lot of fun. Sometimes you get some cool stuff. And, markets like this, they're real indie. They're real rad. Like, it's a lot of small press. It's a lot of, farmer's market type stuff. You can get some really cool tchotchkes and things. And, when someone makes, when it's 1 of 1 and you really know that it's, 1 of 1 or, 1 of 10, it's just got that extra little bit of magic to it, even if it's not magical. You know what I mean?
You're so cool, Sal.
Did somebody say magic?
Whoa, jeez. Okay. You're so quiet, Monday.
Okay, sure. Welcome to the night market. Did you bring your guitar, Sal?
Oh my gosh, of course. I'm hoping to get some cool stickers for it, or maybe some some cool strings, that maybe have different tunings that don't even exist in the human spectrum or something. I'm trying to make an album.
I'm sure we could find something like that for you. I was gonna ask, are you planning on doing any busking or...
I hadn't really thought about it, but one of the things on my new journey is to perform for enthusiastic crowds. So Monday, that's a great idea. I'm gonna go get set up over here.
Oh, hold on. You know the rule of busking at the ferry market?
No, what's the rule of busking at the ferry market?
Oh, you don't know it. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Well, wait a minute.
Wait, Monday, what do you mean?
You know what? Let me just have a look over at my friend's booth here. They've got all of the rules of the market, and I think they might have a little rule book of the night market on sale.
Parrish, I didn't know that markets had rules. I thought it was just like cash only or something.
Gertrude, with the fairies, it's always rules. Rules. You should see the rule books that they come up with. It's crazy.
Wow, that feels really intense. I don't want to mess up any of the rules.
I'm going to do a bingo and take my time and get it right and hang out with Monday to try to learn the rules of the night market.
I did also just put night market rules up for sale for 1 token in the in the shop.
Oh my god. Okay, so I just took a token from Gertrude's question. We're down to 8 tokens on that. I have 1 token. I'm immediately gonna buy this night market rules because I gotta know.
Yay!
Woo!
So we moved that token to the witch's bargain.
Yep. I'm assuming this is at a stand. And there's probably some impish fey creature there. So let's create a little NPC here with a couple of random things.
Yes!
Meet my friend.
The 2 random facts that we got are, I am vast and beautiful like the ocean or sky. If you look past me and up, you will see a constellation you've never seen before.
What a magical being.
And their name is Alvius Pudge.
Alvius Pudge.
That came from the book. I'm not that good.
I love it.
That's good.
There's that stars back there. I know we have to meet this guy, but I don't think I've ever seen
Don't
that
look
kind
too
of
close, Gertrude.
constellation
They'll
before.
get you. Don't
What?
look too close.
Oh.
Don't get lost in the stars.
Gertrude is overwhelmed and doesn't know where to look because she wants to look at the constellation, but she wants to look at the man. But now Parrish is telling her not to look too close at anything.
Keep everything in your periphery, Gertrude.
So she's kind of shifted the mask that usually covers her face up a little bit. So it's kind of covering her eyes as well.
I gotta think it's kind of tough because Alvius Pudge is as vast and beautiful as the ocean or sky. So to look past them is actually kind of tough.
I'm feeling a little bit sick, a little nauseous.
Alvius, I would love those night market rules. I'm thinking of busking, and so these would actually be. I want to make sure I'm up to date on the rules and regulations of night market busking protocol. There's nothing worse than a busker who's not following the rules.
Of course. And if you, exactly like you said, if you plan to busk, you simply must follow the rules. And they push over like a little zine-sized little booklet for you that it just says night market rules.
Oh my god, Riso printing? This is so cool.
Only the best.
These colors are great. Alvius, the writing on this is in a language I don't fully understand, and there are a lot of hieroglyphs. Are you able to translate any of this for me? What's the rule of the night market?
He puts on a little like pair of pince-nez glasses on his vast and beautiful body.
The little clip-on guys.
Yeah. And then flips open the book and just looks at it and then looks at you and he just says, no ballads.
No ballads.
No ballads.
Oh,
What?
that's kind of like your whole thing, Sal.
No.
Sal, that's like a lot of what you've been working on lately.
But that's like where the soul goes to. Like when you're writing songs and you want to put soul into it, you don't write a bop, you write a ballad. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought.
And Mr. Pudge, sir, what would the consequences be for breaking the busking rules here at the night market?
His vast and beautiful body sort of like shimmers over top of you. So like you're just kind of like
nice.
just standing directly over you looking down. Are you willing to test it and find out?
Maybe.
Sing me a ballad.
Oh, I'm not much for singing, but
Then you should have no problem at the night market.
But Parrish is going to be in my band, though. He's going to be a drummer. It's going to be rad.
oh yeah, I forgot.
Gertrude's gonna tug on Sal's sleeve and do a bingo and give a very genuinely sweet compliment. And she's gonna tell Sal, I know that you've been like doing a lot of ballads lately and doing it, but you're so good and so talented that I feel like you could remix it on the spot and you could turn it into like a peppy version. Like I think you really just could do like a punk rock version really quick.
I'm going to do a whoopsie and take one from Gertrude's question and give it to Gertrude. I'm going to give you this token.
So does this mean I get to place 2?
So by doing a bingo, you took a token from Gertrude's question, because we haven't put tokens anywhere else yet.
Mm-hmm. We put 1 on the witch's bargain.
I guess there's one of the witch's bargain. So you can either take the token from the witch's bargain or your question. Which would you prefer?
I'm going to take from The witch's bargain.
Okay, I'm going to take mine from your question.
Okay.
For the record, I still get to ask the question placed on the witch's bargain, even though the token's being removed.
You've like banked a question.
I've banked a question.
I'm going to take a token from Gertrude's question. By doing a whoopsie of faking confidence, I have to give it to someone who can learn from my whoopsie. So I'm going to give it to Gertrude. And Sal's going to say, yeah, totally. I can definitely like turn, my heart cries for you into like a really good post-punk, like kind of math rock acoustic guitar thing, I think.
Oh, you brought the pedals?
No, but I figure if I just like make it a weird time signature, like maybe even if it is a ballad, it won't sound like a ballad. You know what I mean? Like kind of cheat the system a little bit.
Sure.
Gertrude is so in her own head trying to figure out what she thinks math rock might be. And so I'm going to place both of those tokens on the night market.
You put those tokens on the night market's question. And I think as Sal starts to like tune up over in an area, he pulls out his guitar and like sets up the case, so it's facing outward. He throws a couple of bits of change and like $2 bills in it, so it looks like people have already given money.
Age-old trick.
Gotta get the pot started.
Great.
And
Can we put one of the tokens in his guitar case?
sure.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm gonna do it.
You just get your own success track.
I'm gonna make a Sal's guitar case, and it currently has one token in it.
And if we successfully get all the tokens in that track, you have to tell me what math rock is.
Sure. Yeah, okay. If we can get 7/9 tokens in Sal's guitar case. That's a math rock joke.
I like it.
Thanks.
That's mostly for Jay.
It's just for Jay.
Yum, yum, yum. Thank you.
But I think as Sal is tuning up his guitar and kind of like getting ready for this, maybe like a few people are kind of starting to look, but no one's really gathering yet. Sal's thinking about that big question for the night market of what is my heart's fondest desire, and I think not being able to do ballads is making him feel a little like. The whole point of this was to kind of like, show my soul, and I've only ever done that through kind of like a bit of crooning and stuff. Not quite crooning, but like, soulful things. Can I do this any other way? And so I start tuning up in the background.
Ballads are the only soulful kind of music, and that's true.
Mm-hmm. True.
And
True
that's
statement.
the truth.
That's the truth.
I think Sal has found like one thing that really works.
I think that you're kind of singing, and I think that maybe in your kind of improv song, "What is my heart's fondest desire" kind of comes out, and that question is rattling around in Parrish's brain as his eyes glance over to a very fancy suit of armor stand, like all sorts of like glittery chainmail and helmets. And I'm going to do a whoopsie of lose track of reality while caught up in a flight of fancy, and he is just wide-eyed. And walking over to this booth, and I'm going to give that token from Gertrude's question to Sal.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I think your eyes have the spiral, and we get the sound effect going in.
Gertrude's gonna lean over to Monday and say, does music have like a different effect on people in the night market? What's happening with Parrish?
Math rock has a specific place for fairies.
Okay. Is that why? Is math rock why it starts at midnight but ends at 12?
Precisely.
Oh my god, we've stumbled on the answer to that question. It's math rock.
Now you're getting it. Math rock is just a different way to look at the same numbers.
Gertrude is going to do a whoopsie and take on more than I can carry, which is the concept of math rock.
Oh, where are you taking your token from?
I'm going to take it back away from the night market and put it onto Gertrude's question. Oh, wait, I'm doing a whoopsie. So I just give it to somebody. So I take it out of the night markets question, and I'm going to give it to Parrish. Because I also feel that Parrish has taken on more than he can carry.
Well, Gertrude, this is I'm sure this is a brand new world for you, exploring the night market. I know it's very different from the B&B.
It is. There's so much to look at, but also some of it you can't look directly at. It's a lot. It's so pretty, though. The lights, they're floating on nothing.
Yep, don't look directly at it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There's written rules, and then there's sort of unwritten rules of the night market. You'll get it the longer that you stay here. But, I know that you've been around the B&B for a little bit. You're starting to be pretty good friends with a lot of people there, and there's a bunch of new people here. And I'm going to ask my banked questions from the Witch's Bargain. What do you think people see when they look at you?
Like literally, or when they think about me?
Oh, sure, both of them.
Oh no. I hope that they see a friend, and I know I wear my mask all the time, so a friendly face is kind of a weird thing to see in a blank mask, but I kind of hope that that's what they see. Also, this sweater, I've patched it with a lot of different types of yarn, so maybe the eyes really drawn to it. It's really busy. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah, maybe the friendly face is the better focus for this whole thing. But I would just advise you, Gertrude, that when you're meeting new people, especially in a place like this, and don't get me wrong, I love the fairies at the night market. Most of them, 90% of them, are great. Just be careful with the friendly face. You don't want to be too friendly. Just they'll want things from you if you're over friendly. I'm gonna do a bingo, which is give cynical advice as a free tip. So I get to I'll take a token from Gertrude's question and put it on the night markets. No, sorry.
Oh, you get to make a wear when you do a bingo or whoopsie, if you want, I think.
Oh, you're so right. I made a wear for free last time. So you know what? Maybe I'll just count this as my my wear making
make another
scheme.
wear. Make another
wear.
Make another wear. Go
I'll make
crazy.
another little wear.
Oh my God.
I think as I'm giving this advice to Gertrude, which by the way, I'm taking that token from Gertrude's question, putting it on the Witch's Bargain, so I'll get another question from Gertrude eventually.
Oh boy.
I think from the corner of my eye, I see Parrish sort of wandering towards the the fancy suit of armor, and I just sort of do a little fairy zhuzhing, and next to that suit of armor is a perfectly frog-sized suit of armor.
Oh my God, yes.
With a big hanging tongue metal piece so that you can
You have a tongue cod piece, essentially?
Wait, I'm just picturing the interlocking so that it can go out and come in with your tongue.
It's essentially a slinky.
Oh my God, yes.
It's just
slinky armor.
It's beautiful.
it's for sale for 2 tokens.
Good sir, good sir, good sir. Yes, the frog armor. The frog armor.
We have to make another
We have to
NPC.
make another
Oh my God.
NPC.
That NPC smokes cigars lit by water that bubble and burn blue.
Whoa.
Oh.
This person could also be frozen and then thawed and stay alive.
Good for them.
Their name is Blue Cassandra.
Blue Cassandra. Is that because of the cigars?
Or the freezing.
Yeah, do they have icicles dripping off their they're frozen blue?
They've got frozen blue lips. So it's
Nice.
they were clearly frozen recently and are still in the process of thawing. So yeah, they're kind of shivering. They've got icicles dripping off of them. They're kind of wet, and they have this cigar that they pull out a lighter and they light it, but rather than flame coming up. It's just like a water fountain. And somehow that lights the cigar in a way that it now is like bubbling. So it's almost like they have a cigar that blows bubbles, but it is clear that it is also in some way containing tobacco.
Nice.
Incredible.
Nice.
Brian, are you going to be Blue Cassandra?
Of course, darling.
God, I love this game.
Well, hello. I couldn't help but notice you have a perfectly frog-sized suit of armor there. I would love to purchase.
Oh, yes, it belonged to my ex-husband.
Oh, lot of.
Oh, don't worry. It served him very well.
Okay, so divorce then? Not
He just
death?
grew out of it.
Oh, okay.
He grew
Okay.
out of it.
All right, I'll take it.
It's all good.
I'll take it.
Of course. Here you go. Would you like to try it on? We have some fitting rooms in the back.
Oh, I would love to try it on. Yes. All right, here I go.
And you just hear
All right, get in there, big
clamoring
boy.
around in the back.
Oh, big boy, that's new. Oh,
And Parrish stumbles in the back to get dressed.
She hands you two different size slinky tongue things. One of them clearly like larger than the other one. It's like, which one do you prefer? Which one's right?
Well, give me
The standard or the magnum? There's no shame.
So standard's good.
My husband was the same. It's all. I'll put the other one in the bag just in case.
All right, okay. I'm gonna get dressed now. You've been delightful.
An absolute treasure you are, my dear.
Oh, hello. Okay.
I'm going to put those 2 tokens on the Witch's Bargain when I buy that.
So that is 2 more questions
Oh
that
my
Monday can
goodness.
ask.
Oh my.
3 total.
So just a quick update. There are 5 tokens remaining on Gertrude's question. Just a reminder, when those tokens are gone, everyone will answer that question with Gertrude finishing last. And then the chapter can end kind of after that point. We kind of move into the end game of the chapter. Mm-hmm. The night markets question currently has 4 tokens on it. The more tokens on it at the end, the more we get for potential like cleanup and potentially getting some tchotchkes and knickknacks for the bed and breakfast. Monday has 9 of their 12 tokens remaining, and Sal's guitar case currently has 1 token in it.
I have 1 token in my supply. I will put on the night markets question because I think Parrish, as he's getting dressed in the back in this suit of armor, is having some big feelings about being in a suit of armor again as he looks at himself in the mirror. Gives himself a little, not bad.
I think in the background you start hearing the plucking of I think like an improv song called My Heart's Fondest Desire in 12/8 time, and it's also kind of shifting to like 7/4 time somehow. It's you hear Sal discovering math rock and trying to figure it out. And I'm gonna do
Polyrhythms.
Polyrhythms, dude. Polyrhythms.
I'm gonna do a whoopsie and kind of a combination of faking confidence and coasting on by. I'm gonna take a token from Gertrude's question, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Parrish. I think as you're hearing this song, you're hearing the sound of someone young trying something new that they aren't really good at, don't really know how to do, don't feel comfortable in. And I think it's a very similar feeling to you're in a suit of armor that wasn't made for you, doesn't really fit you anymore. It's kind of like going back to college after you've graduated. It's a place that you once so thoroughly belonged and now never will again.
And yet it still knows all the the little bits to fasten without thinking about.
Yeah. And Sal's gonna look out at a small crowd that is slowly growing, I hope. What do you guys think? Who is listening?
I like how
I don't want to make the call for myself.
call.
I couldn't make the call.
All I want is to make you roll for crowd size, but that's not part of
I don't know.
game.
1 token in the guitar case. Ooh.
You know what? I am gonna put my token in Sal's guitar case, hoping to get more people to think that people have given money to this. I'm trying to drum up support by making it look like there were more tips.
Monday, do you think we could, go get some other folks to maybe come and listen to Sal?
Totally. I think maybe a couple more polyrhythms on the polyrhythms and it's going to happen organically, but for sure I can do what I can.
Okay, yeah. Is that what's happening right now?
No.
Oh no.
Sure. Okay.
But we're so close. We're so close.
Do you think it would help if, we joined in with an instrument?
You know what? Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Gertrude's gonna look around and see if she can find, a booth that has... She's really looking for a tambourine, but she'll take whatever, some maracas. She's looking for something that she could just sort of, maybe do a little bit in the background and just, it doesn't, in her mind, she's looking for an instrument that doesn't require skill, despite the fact that I know that both tambourine and maracas do require skill.
Good thing you saved yourself from the tambourine and maracas commenters, okay?
I don't want big tambourines
Slow
down for me, okay?
I am going to perform a little fairy miracle as I watch Gertrude walk away looking for some kind of instrument. I'm going to turn to Sal, who's making a valiant attempt at polyrhythms and math rock, and I am going to snap my little fairy fingers, and a bunch of butterflies are floating around in the tip jar, which does seem to attract a few more fairies, because as you can imagine, it's not like we're not using dollar bills around here. There just seems to be a little something extra, but I'm going to, and because that's one of my bingos, I'm going to take a token from Gertrude's question. I'll put it, of course, on the Witch's Bargain. And by the way, did Parrish end up buying that suit of armor?
I did big style, yeah.
Then those 2 tokens move to the Witch's Bargain as well.
Yes.
Which means I got 4 big ones in the cannon.
In the can.
In the can.
In the bank?
In the bank.
In the chamber. In the chamber.
Chamber is
jar?
what I was looking for. Fairies don't use guns, that's why.
Fairies don't use guns.
Unless
You heard
they
it here
shoot
first,
glitter.
folks.
And of course, I am going to use some tokens. I'm going to magic up a little item for sale at the night market. Something that Gertrude's looking for. What does your mask look like, Gertrude?
When we got to the night market, it was full blank because she was feeling very nervous and self-conscious about this new space. And after you told her that she didn't, a friendly face can sometimes be taken advantage of, she tried to subtly take some dirt from the ground and rub it in a little bit to add a little edge, but it just sort of now one part is just a little bit dirty on the mask.
There are a set of shakers that are exactly the material that makes up your mask, and they have the similar streak of dirt where you put it, so it's almost like it's mirroring the way
We're
that your
a matching
mask
set.
Exactly. And I'm going to put those up for sale for 2 tokens.
Oh.
Hey, this is Brian, and I just want to tell you about some cool new stuff from our friends at Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop minis with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from, all within your web browser. Hero Forge is constantly releasing new content, and they've just launched their latest feature, custom acrylic keychains. These keychains use the same technology as their color standees and are the perfect way to rep your beloved character when you're out in the world. They are highly detailed, ridiculously durable, and made of 1/8-inch thick acrylic featuring front and back color printing, measured on the same 30mm scale as Hero Forge minis and standees, which means they will be a 1-for-1 match for your heroes on the battle map. Plus, Hero Forge just released stainless steel minis. These are perfect for anyone who's looking for the retro feel of old school minis. These stainless steel minis have a textured finish and a rugged, highly durable feel. So visit HeroForge.com to start designing your custom keychains and steel minis today. Trenchcoat Raccoons is a fast, fail-forward TTRPG of chaotic heists, cartoon logic, and glorious disaster. Each player is one raccoon in a stack, all pretending to be a very suspicious human in a trench coat. Everyone rolls to help or hinder the main action, and every plan gets hilariously derailed by your raccoon's wild impulses. Steal cursed loot across a world of glam horror, glittering galas, mad science, and cryptid conspiracies. Think the slick heist energy of Sly Cooper, the camaraderie of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and the paranormal absurdity of Gravity Falls, all jammed into one stack of disaster raccoons. Trenchcoat Raccoons is launching on GameFound in mid-October, and followers that back at the physical pledge tier level will get a free glow-in-the-dark Raccoon D6 dice. So go right now to GameFound.com and search for Trenchcoat Raccoons.
You see, looking up from the ground, blood-red clouds boiling across the sky.
You did ask me to bring the thunder.
Agent! Help! I've got the chalice, please!
Well, if they're following you, then I guess that takes care of a loose end for me.
All of you feel the earth beneath you shake and crack and break.
I feel that I have failed both of you, and I am sorry for that.
This has nothing to do with you being a bad leader.
Do you want a countdown? Oh, I think I want a countdown.
I wanted
3,
to help. I always had good
2,
intention. I
1.
did not deserve to die.
Now.
The Lucky Die podcast is a weekly 5e Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Join our adventure every Monday wherever you download podcasts by searching for The Lucky Die.
Hey, you! You don't look familiar. First time in this part of the city? I see that sneer on your face. Better wipe it off before I do it for you. This is home. This is the best place you could ever want to be. Whether or not this is where you meant to end up, you found yourself on a rather fortuitous street. You see that corner building down there? 3 floors up. Lamplight Investigative Services. Friends of mine, you ask. Loaded words you're throwing around this evening. Good people is what they are, though. Not a single one of them will admit to being nice. Something about duty, yada yada. A bunch of BS if I do say so myself. Who am I? No need to worry your pretty little head about that. I'm sure my name will come up in time. But go, see for yourself, 3 floors up, gold-gilded sign. As for Mama, don't tell him I sent you. She'll know what to do.
All doors are just windows that we can't see through. You ever think about that?
We provide our patrons with anonymity.
Hello, this is Mama Amaretta speaking. Lamplight Investigations, a Thirsty Sword Lesbians noir mystery. Full season available now on Queer PG.
Gertrude sees these and she's doing that thing that I feel like teenage girls do, or tween girls, of like you see the thing and you're like, oh, I want it. I need it. Am I cool enough? I don't know. Can I do that? I need it. And she's having a lot of internal back and forth.
You hear Sal in the background like break a string and realize he really needs help.
You hear the armor clanking come up behind you, Gertrude, and Parrish goes,
You know, Gertrude,
Uh-huh.
if you wear it with enough style, anything's cool.
and I'm going to do a bingo and give a bit of fatherly wisdom, and take a token from Gertrude's question and give it to her.
Oh, to Gertrude.
It's all about confidence, Gertrude. You just gotta go for it. I mean, look at me.
And then does a little jig in a suit of armor. And it sounds real
I forgot how
clanky.
much Parrish danced.
Parrish is so precious.
In your other ear, Gertrude, Monday flits around and asks one of my banked questions. Yeah, who are you trying to impress?
Oh, I don't. I really want everyone at the B&B to think that to like me and like Sal is really the musician, but it'd be cool if he thought that like I kind of knew what he was talking about when he talked to me about it. But she's so deeply in her own head now. She is going to buy the maracas, however.
Those 2 tokens go into the witch's bargains. That's 2 more questions that Monday can ask.
Mamma mia.
I think, Gertrude, this also makes you think that as Sal has been like trying to form a band in recent days, I think you've noticed that like one of the few people he hasn't asked is you.
Oh my god.
Ouch. 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 Ouch.
Gosh. I mean, Gertrude, she doesn't love the spotlight, but she could maybe do a little not backup vocals. Let's be honest here. But she's gonna take her maracas and she's walking back over to where Sal is with one in each hand, like down by her arms are perfectly straight down by her legs, even though she's walking. And she's just like very gently sort of moving each one, trying to find the rhythm, but Gertrude doesn't have a lot of rhythm, even if it was 4/4 times.
To be fair, the time signature is changing pretty rapidly.
This is where I think it helps her, and she is going to do a bingo to show off a cool skill that people didn't know I have, including myself. And Gertrude is going to sort of she's standing just close enough to you that like people could assume she's part of the show, but not close enough that it's obvious. And she's going to sort of start shaking the maracas and doing her thing. And because the time signatures of this not ballad make no sense to her, it actually sounds pretty okay. Ooh, I'm going to take a token from the witch's bargain and put it on the night market. And I'm also going to put the token from Parrish on the night market as well, which I believe brings us up to 7.
Ooh.
So there are 3 tokens remaining on Gertrude's question. The night market question currently has 7 tokens on it. Monday, how many tokens do you have left?
I have 7 tokens left.
And there are 2 tokens in Sal's guitar case.
I gotta make a big bad item for you guys.
You got a lot of questions banked.
I know. Well, I can't bother Gertrude while she's performing.
Do you think that the maracas help bring a little bit more of a crowd?
I think as the maracas start going, Sal is like really struggling. Sal's really struggling to make this thing work. You can hear like ballads start to come through, and then you'll see like that looming figure of
Alvius Pudge.
Vast as the ocean.
Of Alvius Pudge, and then all, with the little pince-nez that are in I imagine this person as like kind of a blob figure with a random face, and the pince-nez, like the eyes are not in the place that you think they should be.
No.
Like I'm not imagining a person, I'm imagining like a haze.
A thing.
And that figure starts to loom, and then you hear the time signature change again. I have no idea how I'm going to do sound design for this. This is a nightmare. this is a real bummer for me.
This is the second time that you have been the person to introduce weird music into an episode.
It sucks because I can't actually produce music. I don't know how to do that.
Behold, we're going to be calling you about math rock.
But Sal's freaking out a little bit, and I think Sal's going to get caught up in his own drama, and as Gertrude comes over with the maracas, I think the maracas are helping a lot, and I think Sal's getting a little self-conscious that, like, it took the maracas to come over to make this thing, like, work. So I'm going to do a whoopsie. I'm going to take a token from Gertrude's question, which brings it down to 2 tokens remaining, and I'm going to put that token immediately into the night market's question, what is my heart's fondest desire? So I think Sal as you start coming over and giving percussion to his music, I think he's starting to really wonder whether or not he wants a band or if he wants to be solo.
Oh.
He expected to want a band. I think this is the first time someone's actually come and joined him, and he doesn't like being shown up a little bit.
I'm sorry, Gertrude.
He's got some feelings.
Gertrude is showing him up.
I think Gertrude is showing it's Gertrude by adding a little bit of percussion to it. It's made him kind of like settle into a time signature a little bit. It's made the music kind of start to coalesce a bit, and just a few more people now have a beat to go with. And now, because it's not just like crazy changing time signatures, people are sticking around and like tapping their toes, and you see people getting a little bit more into it. And I think Sal notices that the change happened, that more butterfly tips started coming in when the maracas got added. And I think Sal is going to kind of abruptly finish the song. All right, everybody, I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, but I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, I'll be right back. Thank you so much. My name's Sal.
Woo! Sal, that was great.
There's like a chorus of woodland creatures. Like that's what it sounds like as the fairies like cheer for you. It's like a bunch of different
a babbling
animals.
brook.
Yeah,
exactly. A little chitter, yeah, babbling brook. You hear somewhere in the background there's just an elephant.
I think Parrish is gonna kind of step off to the side with you, Sal, and be like,
Killer set out there, bud.
Thanks.
How you feeling? You enjoying the market?
It's okay. What are you wearing?
Well, isn't it obvious? It's a suit of knightly armor.
Sorry, I guess the question is, why are you wearing it?
Oh, well, you know, I'm like I was once we talked about this. I was once a knight, and yeah, it's just good to be back in the old. Never mind why I'm wearing it. I like it, Sal, and that's all that matters. I like wearing it.
Sorry, it's just a little. I didn't.
It's a little what?
I never really imagined. I never really pictured you in the armor.
You
know
never
what I mean?
pictured me
I knew
in
that
armor?
you said it. I'm saying I never, in my mind's eye, I never put you in the armor. Like, I knew that the two words went together, but I never, like, you know what? Sorry, I'm kind of like...
Yeah, me too.
I'm feeling a little weird about the performance. I'm just going to go practice on my own for like 5-10 minutes before I can get back in. I'll be back.
Before you have a chance to bounce away, Gertrude's gonna come over. Sally, I hope it's okay. I know you've been trying to maybe make like a band, and I saw these and I thought it'd be fun. I hope that was okay.
Sal's gonna do a bingo and support someone creatively. Sal's going to take a token from Gertrude's question, which takes it down to just one token remaining on it. So Monday, if you want to get those questions, you want to get them in quick.
So many questions.
And Sal's going to see you with the maracas. I think he's finally going to like look at the maracas and see that they are like matching your mask. You like bought or traded for specialty maracas, and sees someone like that he truly never considered being in the band. And it's just going to kind of like take a moment and reflect and kind of just get over his own shit for a second, because he realizes that you are putting yourself out there a little bit. And he's just going to say, yeah, no, sorry, I didn't expect, to have some percussion with me. So it just kind of threw me in the minute. Like, that's not your bad. That's just on me.
Okay.
No, but
yeah.
Honestly, like, to be honest, I've always just done like solo stuff and like ballads and
you're so good at it.
Thanks, but like the second because night market rules, I can't do ballads. And so I got kind of freaked out, and I wanted to perform, and I want to be a famous musician, and I got to be able to do other stuff. And so Monday was like, why not math rock? And I was like, why not math rock? And then but
wait. Don't you put that on me. Monday flies by.
Just whispers in your ear with a drive-by, scolding.
Watch it.
Sorry. Okay, I read about math rock in a book and was like, hey, that sounds interesting and difficult and kind of niche. And, you know, I feel like a night market that is all like, you know, bespoke one-of-one crafts and indie zines and farmers markets would appreciate something as bespoke and indie as math rock. And I couldn't really figure out, like, I couldn't keep my own beat. And then you came in with a beat, and actually it kind of helped. Like, all of a sudden there was someone there who was like telling me what to do, you know, just shake, 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 shake.
I didn't even know I could do that. I like dancing and stuff, but or just sort of like bopping along, but I really didn't know that I could like keep a beat.
I'm gonna go ahead and put both of my tokens into the night markets question. What is my heart's fondest desire? Because I think Sal is realizing that he does want a band. He does want some people around him. I'm also gonna do a bingo, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it from the Witch's Bargain. Gertrude, I guess I never really thought about it, but would you maybe want to like be in my band?
Wow. Sal, I hadn't thought about it. Playing maracas? Specifically?
Sal's bingo is speak from the heart and light up the world. And so Sal's gonna say, Gertrude, listen, I never really thought that you'd be musician material. I just didn't think you were interested in it. And like, you came out and just grabbed them and like, you just did it. And like, I know you can be kind of shy and stuff, but you weren't. You just grabbed them and like, you know, bravery isn't not being afraid. It's about like being afraid, but doing the thing anyway. And you did it to help me out. So I don't care what you do in the band. I just want you to be there doing that. You know, having my back. Being my maracas when I need maracas. Being the beat when I need the beat. And hopefully I can, you know, help you the same way. That's what a band is, you know? It's a family.
Oh, that sounds really, really good. Yeah, let's...
I think Monday flies over before you can answer it. It's like, Gertrude, we have many things to discuss. I have so much of the market to show you. Sal, that was great. Why don't you grab a glass of water? Just don't eat anything here that you haven't paid for. Another rule that's not written, just more of a, you know.
Parrish was about to bite a giant corn dog. He's like,
just you can eat it after you pay for it, but you'll have to pay for it with something that you don't want to know. Anyway.
Okay.
Sal reaches into his pocket and pulls out like 4 toothpicks for free pigs in a blanket that he was given.
Oh no.
What?
You know what, Sal? I don't think the rules of this night market are that strict anyway. I think do a ballad.
What?
Just do a ballad.
Are you serious?
Monday,
please.
Parrish, you're in Monday's house.
This is my house. Thank you very much. I need to cool down. Gertrude, you and me.
Oh, okay.
Parrish, what's gotten into you? Is it just
You know what, Sal? I'm back in the suit, and I'm feeling like my old self. And then I'm having some complicated feelings about how you perceive me, and so I'm trying to be cool and say heck the system, man.
I'm gonna do a whoopsie and try to be hip and mess up in the process.
Wait, that's such a good whipsy.
And I'm gonna take the last token from Gertrude's question.
How dare you?
Oh, you evil fairy.
I have so many questions to ask.
We can keep going. It's
if you
just
want,
that I have
cannot
to
do
answer
that.
my question.
No, do
we
it.
can put them back on.
I hope you're ready for 5 rapid fire questions.
Well, this is what I'm now understanding how it is that you can keep playing even after I've answered the question, and so you can just keep shifting tokens around, so you can put them on Gertrude's, which is where the spare ones would come at the end.
So now that all the tokens have been taken off of Gertrude's question, Monday will still have time to ask their questions. But once all the tokens have been removed, everyone will go around and attempt to answer Gertrude's question. What would it take to make me feel like I belong here? And Gertrude will answer that last. Once we do that, Gertrude can decide to leave at any time, and that will end the chapter after Monday makes their bargain. But as that last token goes away, we should each ask, what would it take for me to feel like I belong here? Sal is considering this question, and I think for Sal is looking to be taken seriously. Sal's been playing music, but it seems like a hobby to a lot of people, and he wants it to seem like his thing, and like a thing that he's really going for, and like trying to be an artist and a musician, capital M. And so I think the thing that would make him feel like he belongs is people's respect.
I think Parrish wants he wants to feel like people see him for what he is on the inside and not just as a tiny frog. I think he wants people to look up to him even though they have to physically look down to him.
Oh. I think that it's hard to imagine Monday doesn't feel like they belong at the night market, since this is their spot. This is their home turf. However, the situation tonight is a little different because they're sort of pursuing Gertrude and an answer from Gertrude. So I think that just reframing it to kind of understand what it would take to make them feel like they belong in this scenario is they genuinely want to help Gertrude because they see potential. And so they just kind of want Gertrude's attention as someone who could be not a protege, but someone who Monday could actually genuinely help with the services that they can provide.
And Gertrude, what would it take to make you feel like you belong here?
Gertrude has, both at the bed and breakfast, and then this is a sort of microcosm of it, has been looking at everyone around her and seeing Sal really be pursuing being a professional musician, and seeing Parrish in his knight's armor of seeing Parrish as what he really identifies as, and Monday that this is their element, and showing Gertrude around and really being a leader and a guide. And everybody else at the B&B also just seems to really have a purpose. And Gertrude has a bedroom finally, and really feels that made a big difference in having more of a sense of belonging. And the next step would be to have a purpose or a job, an apprenticeship, some sort of goal to be working toward that is separate from her beloved books and knitting her sweater and doing these things, that she wants to perhaps be taken under someone's wing or find a job that could be hers and feel like she can contribute that way.
I think as those answers kind of hang in the cool night air of the night market, we see Gertrude and Monday off in a corner making their rounds and having a little chat that happens to have a lot of questions from Monday.
Monday, this is really special. Thank you so much for bringing me here.
Anytime. For you, anytime. I mean, I've been wanting to do this with you for a while.
Oh, I mean, wow, that's really cool. Gertrude just heard someone that she thinks really cool say that they've wanted to hang out with her for a really long time. She's freaking out a little bit on the inside in the best way imaginable.
So, that was a great set with Sal. Thought you added a lot with the maracas.
Oh, thanks.
Great call. Is that something that you're looking to get into? Music?
I mean, I don't know. I'd never really considered it. It was always sort of Sal's thing. But it was nice. He offered me to be part of the band, which was really cool. I kind of have to think about it.
Let me ask you something. Has being in a band ever come up for you? Like when you're dreaming about your future, your life, your goals? Has that ever come to the forefront? Even like top 5 things you'd want to do?
Oh, top 5. And Gertrude's she looks actually a little bit sad because the answer's no. But she's so excited that Sal has asked her and she wants to do it for Sal's sake. Honestly, I don't think I ever considered it before. But that doesn't mean it's not, like, a good thing, right?
Of course. Life is long. You can do all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Can try all sorts of things. Are you who you want to be? Think about it. I mean, really think about it.
Oh, no. I don't really think I am yet.
Are you who you want to be when you're with Sal?
There's a part of me, but I also feel like when I'm hanging out with Parrish, there's a part of me that, like, feels like who I want to be. And when I'm hanging out with you, or when I'm hanging out with Hayteen, or when I'm hanging out with, I forget all the other characters' names.
Yazeba?
No, I don't feel like myself with Yazeba. I'm really sure Yazeba doesn't like me.
Oh.
I feel like there's a
That's
little
one of my
piece
questions,
of
so
me.
you know what? I'm just going to mark that off.
Get that one for free.
Just get that one for free.
The only person who I feel like I'm not really myself with is maybe Yazeba, but that's because I'm pretty sure she doesn't like me.
Why don't you think she likes you? Let me rephrase that. What is there about you not to like?
Oh, I mean, maybe my sweater used to be too plain, but now it might be too much. And the mask of, like, I hope people see it as friendly, but maybe they don't. And I really, really, really like my book, and some people don't really like my book.
What's your book?
And it's called Heart Sword. Have you ever read it?
Of course I've read it.
Oh my god! How have we never talked about this before, Monday?
And this is a book that I know, of course, but just so that we're all on the same page, this is a book that someone else wrote. You didn't write it? Who wrote it again?
I didn't write it.
You think people don't like you because of the book that you have?
Maybe. I'm an anxious teen. I don't know what people like.
I'm reading all the wrong things.
Oh, so you're knitting a sweater, you're reading a book, you're joining a band.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're doing a little magic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd never really thought about being magical, but then your letter said you thought you saw it. And, like, maybe that's something I could do more of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe that could be a thing I could do. Is there math rock magic?
No.
Or is that the magic all along?
Math rock's actually more of a science.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, that was a fairy who walked by.
Sure, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was a fairy named Lickspittle.
Don't listen to them. Listen, I don't deal in science, I deal in magic.
Okay.
I think that what you have is very special, and I would like to help.
Wow, thanks, Monday.
Of course, anything for you. And I think that Yazeba's, I'm sure that she would want to help, but help from her always comes with a cost, you know? Not like with me.
Yeah, totally.
So, you think that there's a part of you that is really you when you're with Sal and when you're with Parrish and when you're with Hayteen and all of the other residents of the B&B, but when you're doing magic, does that feel like... How does that feel? Does that feel like the real you? Are we getting closer? We circling in?
I think we might be. It's a part of me. And she gets very sort of bashful and quiet. It's a part of me that feels kind of like special, maybe.
'Cause it is. It's very, very special. And you know, with the right help, with someone who could help you hone it, with an apprenticeship, for example.
Gee, like, would that be you? Would it be Yazeba?
No, it wouldn't be Yazeba.
Would it be the bunnies in the garden who wear funny outfits?
It definitely wouldn't be the bunnies in the garden who wear funny outfits. They love math rock. And so does it's science.
They're complicated.
They're very complicated. No, it shouldn't be me. Let's see. Who could I find that would take on an apprenticeship? Give me a minute, okay? I'm going to scan around the market, try to find some connections, and if you're interested, I'd love to set you up with, a little quick program, a semester or two, and
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know who you find.
Because if you do something like that, you could be the next Yazeba.
Wow. I never thought about that.
Well, think about it. And Monday flits off.
Gertrude is fully picturing running her own B&B, but all of the residents are the characters from her beloved book.
Oh, it's so cute. You imagine Captain Redtooth and Selena all with different rooms, and they all think you're the best.
Oh my god.
Sal's gonna come over to Gertrude. Hey, Gertrude, I'm gonna get started with another set. Do you wanna come join? Are you done hanging with Monday?
I think so. Monday, okay. And Gertrude is just be shaking her maracas, even though you haven't started playing a song yet. She's just sort of staying behind you deeply in her own headspace.
I'm gonna take a token from the Witch's Bargain to do a bingo, to do it again, but louder. And I'm gonna put that token in the night market's question, what is my heart's fondest desire? And Sal's just gonna go to Gertrude and be like, Gertrude, as you're like shaking the maracas. Gertrude, you gotta count us in. You gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we start jamming again.
Not the time signature.
Yeah, the time signature is clearly
Count us in.
6-8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many numbers do I go to?
Oh my god, I didn't know we were in 7/12 time. This is crazy. And we jam for a crowd that is slowly giving more and more acorns and butterflies.
Do you play a ballad?
Ooh.
Can it be a ballad if there are maracas?
A ballad can have anything, Gertrude.
Sal hears Gertrude say that and takes it as a personal affront and a challenge. And Sal is going to break the rules of the night market and play a ballad.
Oh my god.
Parrish girds himself in his new suit of armor to defend Sal.
Yeah.
The ballad is called Do You Hear the Night?
Oh my god.
The night calling.
And the lyrics are just as faux poetic as you may think.
Yeah. I love it.
Monday flits over to Parrish.
Hi, Monday.
What did the rules say?
What rules?
Oh my god.
It's fun, this thing you and I got.
God, Jay's so good.
I'll tell you one thing, Monday.
Hmm.
You fuck with my kids, you fuck with me.
What are you talking about? I don't fuck with anybody.
Uh-huh.
You can say that on the show?
Yeah, I just did.
As Parrish says, fuck, Sal's string breaks, and I goes, whoa, Parrish, who the hell are you these days?
Whoa. Gertrude starts shaking the maracas faster.
You look great, by the way. I love this this little getup.
Thanks.
You know who would really love it? Blue Cassandra. You should have seen her last husband.
Oh, she is too much for me. Too much woman for me, I say.
What do you mean?
You hear off in the background, hubba, hubba, oh my goodness. Shake what your mama gave you.
Parrish, I got a question for you.
I got an answer.
Do you think that Yazeba would ever step down, give the B&B to someone new, someone fresh?
Step down.
Just a question. I think that's a whoopsie for Monday, who comes dangerously close to breaking one of Yazeba's rules.
Oh.
Which means I'll take a token off of the witch's bargain and give it to Parrish precautionarily.
I'm gonna do a bingo and give a bit of fatherly wisdom. And Parrish is gonna lean into Monday and say,
You know, Monday, one thing that's true in this life I've learned, you gotta know the pecking order.
Okay.
And Yazeba is at the tippity top of the pecking order.
Mm-hmm.
You, somewhere in the middle here.
I'm not thinking me. I'm not thinking that I'm going to step up.
I'm not thinking me. I'm not power hungry. I'm not an evil fairy.
I'm not.
Oh, no.
Did you call me evil?
No, who said evil?
Oh my god, I thought we had a good thing going.
Yeah, we do. We have this sort of antagonistic thing where I try to protect the kids from you and you try to make them do evil fairy things. What? I thought we were on the same page.
I've never been evil in my life. How dare you?
Okay.
Listen, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about, I mean, have you noticed that Gertrude is really exhibiting some interesting talents lately? Similar
Gertrude
to
is 13.
Okay.
Give her a second.
I was like 7 when I started this night market.
You're a fairy. She's a human.
So?
She's gotta figure it out on her own.
Why on her own? Why can't she have someone helping her?
Are you helping?
I could.
I don't know if I want that kind of help.
Well, it's not up to you, is it?
Maybe not. But Gertrude's a good kid. I think she'll do the right thing.
I know.
I'm going to put those 2 tokens I have in the night markets question.
Up to 13 on the night markets question.
Lucky 13.
Is any consequence of you playing a ballad happening?
I was going to say, can we make a new fairy NPC?
Yeah.
We do make a new fairy NPC. That new fairy NPC, Elliot, do me a favor. Describe what this fairy is doing, and after you describe what it's doing, I'll describe to you what things we pulled.
Yeah.
I think that fairy is unpacking a very complex set of fey stockades from somewhere. Like kind of like a big, like overly... Is that what it's called? Stockades, where you put your arms and head through? Yeah.
What could be overly complicated about that?
There's a lot of parts.
I don't know.
He's got to screw in the
holes.
There's a lot happening.
It's an adaptable one for all the different sort of, all the different creatures of the Fae.
Yeah.
He has to sort out what the correct size is.
There are like 20 holes and also like 20 corresponding rubber corks.
Yeah.
So you gotta put the proper
He's
corks in the
eyeballing
holes
Sal's
that aren't gonna be used.
measurements. Yeah.
you see this stockade owner. This is the guy that sells stockades, and his name pulls out old Bessie, named Whiskered Tim. Whiskered Tim is wearing a puffer coat that the viewer always sees as their favorite color, and is also terribly allergic to hand talking.
Hand talking?
Hand talking.
Terribly allergic.
Sneezes anytime someone talks with their hands.
When it's Whiskered Tim, yes?
Yeah.
When he starts setting up his stuff, because I did a whoopsie, I'm going to manifest a new item in the market for 3 tokens, which are the keys to the to the stockade.
I think Sal is too busy doing this ballad, Can You Hear the Night, and does not notice that these stockades are getting set up, but I think is drawing a bigger crowd by like leaning into who he really is, and also like kind of giving Gertrude some like light signals of like when to really shake, when to go at it. Because every ballad needs maracas.
Exactly.
Is starting to draw more of a crowd, and it's starting to feel like you see Sal kind of like becoming a bit more effervescent and like playing to the crowd and like really getting into it. It doesn't notice the terrible fate that is awaiting behind him.
Gertrude does notice, and she also notices the keys, and she's overwhelmed with all of the questions that Monday asked her, and also trying to keep the beat, which means she's a little bit off the beat, which then she relaxes into it and gets back on the beat, and she's going to do a whoopsie and keep a secret that I shouldn't keep. Oh, no. I'm not going to tell Sal that I've seen all of this. And I will take one from the Witch's Bargain, and I'm going to give it to Parrish in the hopes that the adult in the room might do something.
Parrish, you just see Gertrude like
Dad.
like her eyes just really big, looking at you, just like.
Uh-oh. She's not doing the like glance at you. She's just unbreaking eye contact at Parrish, shaking maracas.
Monday, I got a good talk. Good talk? Maybe?
We weren't done.
Oh, but I'm going.
And Parrish hops away, and Parrish is going to blunder headfirst into the best solution. I'll do a bingo and take a token off the Witch's Bargain. And I think that Parrish is like stumbling, trying to move through the crowd, and like gets twisted around in his armor and can't see, and then bumps headfirst into a Fey swordsman. And there's just a perfect sword to go with his knight's outfit that he knocks off this guy's waist.
And this guy's name is Forget-Me-Not. He has a suit made of boring ties, but the outfit actually like really works and is really fun, but each of the individual ties is pretty boring. And he always looks perfect in photos no matter what. You can never catch him with a bad photo.
Look at him. What a fairy magical thing.
Could I borrow this?
You would like my sword, sir?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
This sword and I have never been parted for the past 200 years. I call it Needle Nose.
Well, what's that over there?
And Parrish points.
What?
And then Parrish runs away with the sword.
You make off with the sword, and Forget-Me-Not looks back and goes, whoa, what? And a magical reporter fairy named Jade Bogwing goes and takes a picture of him for the paper. And you immediately, papers immediately, as the picture is taken, get flashed around to everybody. Like, the extra comes out immediately as the picture is taken.
Strike a pose, Forget-Me-Not.
And Forget-Me-Not, in the moment, is looking with this, crazy face, what? But in the picture is perfectly standing still with a mug of cider, giving you the kind of Captain Morgan type vibe.
How does he do it?
How does he do it?
And the headline is Forget-Me-Not? ? I don't know.
Forget-Me-Not? ?
The headline guy was off that day.
The headline guy
looks
was
good
off
in
that
every
day.
picture. Can't have a good headline written about him.
The headline is "Forget something?" ? And it's the picture, but like there's also the like dotted outline of where the sword would be in the hand.
That's good.
And there's a 8,000 word article immediately written.
Get me to the presses, ASAP.
Extra, read all about it. Forget-me-not sword stolen, first time in 400 years. Forget-me-not in the morning will turn to stone.
I'm just borrowing it.
Should the sword not be returned, a volcano will erupt.
Oh, God.
Countdown to doomsday has begun.
Gertrude somewhat unconsciously has started walking like a little bit away from Sal. It's like that self-preservation thing, but she's like, it's unconscious, and she is, as she's starting to realize that she's like walking away from the danger, she's feeling really guilty about it.
The maracas start fading into the background and panning to the left. All of a sudden we hear from the background as big footsteps from Whiskered Tim come over, and Sal gets picked up by this like massive person, and Sal goes, "Whoa, hey,
no,
whoa, you can't stop the music, man!" And Sal is going to continue playing the ballad, even as he gets locked into the stockade because his arms are still sticking out.
No way.
So he can still kind of play.
He's not getting in that
right.
stockade. I'm going to do a bingo, rescue someone else from peril. And Parrish leaps into the air to you just see quick shing, 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 flashes of a sword, and the stockade crumbles into bits around Sal.
Whiskered Tim takes 2 smaller stockades that are clearly like novelty stockades, and swings them around, and they open up like switchblades.
Let's dance.
And in the background of this scene, there is an epic duel between Paris and Whiskered Tim.
Gertrude's just slowly maraca-ing into the background.
Dueling the stockade guide is not against the rules. It's just the ballads thing. So, however this resolves, it'll be fine.
Good to know.
Parrish, I'll write a ballad of you.
Yeah, Gertrude sort of sidles her way back up to Monday as, again, sinking out an authority figure.
Crazy night, huh?
Is this like how things usually go at the night market?
Oh, yeah, every time.
Oh.
But it's almost 12.
Oh, how can you tell?
I just know. It's a fairy's intuition.
That's really cool.
How are you feeling?
I think maybe it's time to go home. This is really, really cool, but, first I'm worried about Sal and Parrish, but also, I feel like I've got a lot of questions and a lot of things to think about, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. You've got lots to think about. You know, what your place is in this bed and breakfast, what your future looks like, whether in a band or not.
Right, yeah, the band.
You know, Gertrude, there's something I've noticed about you, is that whenever you find something that you are good at or you want to improve at, anything, you just go for it. I love that about you. I watched you join a band today on a whim, and
I guess I did do that.
You did. You're always teaching people about these new crazy books that you're reading. You're knitting your little sweaters.
Well, I just started doing repairs on my favorite one, but I can never find the same yarn that I used last time, so I just have to, it's always new yarn. I don't really know where it comes from.
You're a person of many talents.
Wow. Thanks, Monday.
And I think that this new growing talent of yours, this magic, is something really special.
Thanks.
And if I know anything about you, it's that you don't need help to figure it out. You always figure things out on your own, don't you?
I guess I do. Yeah. I'm pretty crafty sometimes.
So, I don't know if you know this, but Yazeba owes me a little something.
Oh, whoa. Wow.
It's a long
That's
story.
rare.
It's a long
Okay.
story. It's a long story.
Okay.
But there's a few favors I can call in and a few strings I can pull. And I think that from what I'm noticing, you're looking for something to do around here. A purpose.
Yeah. I think I really am.
And you know, Yazeba's getting old and tired. And boy, I think you could do such a good job of running this B&B.
Whoa. You think?
I know. And you know, Gertrude, if you're interested, no pressure at all. But you know I'm always here to help. And I would love to set something up for you, a little retirement clause for Yazeba, to ensure that once you're ready, you can be brought to your full potential. Is that something you'd like?
That does sound interesting.
So, you know that everything has a cost, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah. Parrish just said stuff like that before.
All I need from you, you know, the other fairies around here, they'd charge horrible, horrible prices. Butterflies and...
An arm and a leg?
An arm and a leg, literally.
Whoa.
And
oh my god.
All...
My own?
Your own. Well, or someone else's if you have access to it. It really doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
And all I'm asking from you is just a little bit of your heart.
My heart?
Yeah, and think about it. Your heart in exchange for a purpose, a job, something to do, something to be. Who you could be for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Who you'll be remembered as.
Whoa. That's... Wow, yeah.
It's a good deal.
Who will I be remembered as?
So Gertrude, as this offer has been made, Sal and Parrish cannot contribute our opinions. You must make the decision yourself.
We're in pitched combat. We couldn't contribute our opinions anyway.
You couldn't. You're busy. Your hands are full.
Yeah, in the background, you just hear ching, 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 ching.
Die!
Parrish, I see you in a whole new light now.
Witness me, Sal!
You're beautiful.
Gertrude is she's really taking this in and she's really thinking about it. And this is something that this is a lot of what she wants. She wants to have a purpose and something to work towards. And Monday even threw in that, you know, this isn't something that would happen right now because she doesn't feel ready right now. This is something that she would get. She would be assured that she would have when she felt she was ready for it. Which is clever of Monday to add. And that all she'd have to give is a piece of her heart.
Kind of the whole thing, if I'm being honest, but...
I was going to say.
She does somewhat feel, yeah, it's sort of an all or nothing deal, but Gertrude is thinking about who she is and her heart and how she wants to belong, and running her own B&B sounds interesting, and she almost goes into a little daydream thinking about running her own B&B and all of the residents being characters from her beloved Heartsword. And then she remembers a part of the book, very dramatic, when the incredible Captain Redtooth lays dying, and they want so desperately to save him and ask Selena, what can I do? And Selena, in much the same way that Monday has presented an offer, but at a cost. I can bring your dead brave captain back to life, although it will cost a terrible price. I don't care if I have to rip out my own heart. I'll do anything to save him. This doesn't feel the same level of stakes as when dear Captain Redtooth lay dying. And so Gertrude is gonna stand up and turn to Monday. This all sound like this is really good, and all things I'm really interested in.
Mm-hmm.
But
pushes the contract forward.
I don't think it's a deal I'm ready to strike just yet. There might be other things I want to do. There might be a different job I want to have. Sorry, Monday. I don't think I can sign this today.
Maybe tomorrow then.
Maybe. You wanna go get Parrish and Sal and maybe get out of here? It's looking pretty bad over there.
Yeah, are they done or?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it. Maybe we just sort of collect them. Is there any way you could distract that guy?
Oh yeah, I'll do some fairy magic and he'll get distracted one way or the other. I'll have someone start a ballad at the other end of the market.
And as a competing ballad rises from the south end of the market, Sal's eyes lock on a dueling musician, and the battle between musicians and the battle between Parrish and Whisker Jim pitches long into the night as we approach the ending of the night market at 12. Not midnight, but 12. As we fade away from the night market and we all walk back through the strange dark trails that Monday seems to be the only one who knows the way through, and we see the bed and breakfast beginning to appear as we crest a hill and the sun begins to rise as 12 gives way to what is actually 7 a.m. somehow. A question has been hanging over all of our heads, a very big question, the night market's question. What is my heart's fondest desire? To end this chapter, I'd like us to all go around and answer what that is. And because we have
13 on the nose.
Because we have 13 or more tokens, each of us gets to give a full answer if we have one. And we also get to write both the question and our answer on an index card and keep it with our character sheets.
Oh.
The bed and breakfast will also get a circular dream crystal that we can add to one of our many shelves to potentially unlock some stuff.
A dream crystal.
A dream crystal.
Ooh.
Sparkly.
Oh.
I'd love to start. Oh, everyone's sans. So Monday, you will not answer this question.
I'm going for a walk.
Monday's got to walk off some
Going for a
steam.
walk.
They're still
I'm going for a
pissed.
cigarette. You guys figure that
We
out.
should see Monday light up a big cigar.
They took one from Blue
Yeah.
Clementine?
Cassandra?
Blue Cassandra.
Blue Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Darling,
Blue
it's
Cassandra. As we walk through the night, I think Sal begins to think about this question, what is my heart's fondest desire? And I think Sal's fondest desire is to find a family.
Oh.
To create a found family. And in his mind, the little bit that he's seen of the bed and breakfast is kind of Yazeba's found family, as weird as that is, and as much as she pretends that isn't necessarily the case. But it's not necessarily Sal's found family. You know, he's a night porter for now, but that's not what he wants to be. I think the band, like finding a band and making a band, that's his found family. And he wants to make that into reality. And I think with Gertrude now behind him, you know, Maraka's kind of shaking lazily as you guys walk, knows for sure that that's what he wants. And I think he'll know that he's ready to leave the bed and breakfast and leave night portering behind for good when he has that new family, that new band. And I think he's already decided on the name of the band. The name of the band is the Salutations.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Why do I love it?
Not Sal and the Utations.
Oh, that's better.
That's Parrish's piece of fatherly advice for the night.
Yeah.
Parrish is thinking a lot about his life these days, both versions of it, his life as a knight and his life as a frog. And his life as this sort of pseudo-dad figure to the kids at the B&B and caretaker of the house. And I think that Parrish's truest desire is what it's always been, which is to be a hero and to be remembered as a hero. He's getting older. He knows he doesn't have, forever around here. And I think that it's just he's realizing that hero is a little different now than it was when he was younger, and he just wants really Gertrude and Hey Kid and Sal to see him as such, and to leave a legacy with them in kind of the lessons, thinking about that conversation with Monday, and if he's done his job right, Gertrude doesn't sell her heart, and Sal, and if he's done his job right, Sal doesn't do the solo act and does form a band. And so I think he's thinking a lot about his legacy and how he wants a legacy of being a hero.
And Gertrude, what is Gertrude's heart's fondest desire?
Ironically, given the other big question that Gertrude has confronted this evening at the night market, Gertrude's fondest desire is a sense of belonging in her own body, belonging in the B&B, belonging in a group, in a family, in sort of any space that she can think of, is to have a sense of comfort and assurance that this is right and good and that she belongs exactly where she is.
And we slowly fade from this scene as Gertrude and Sal and Parrish and the would-be heart thief Monday return. And the would-be heartbroker.
Thank you.
And the would-be heartbroker Monday return to the bed and breakfast, toting a few extra items with them, including a rule book, some maracas, and a very, very fine suit of frog armor. And that is all for this episode of Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay, Parrish!
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We're going to be going over to the dice pool now to do a little housekeeping, where we're going to be...
Yay, chores!
Chores! Yeah, we love chores in this game.
Yay, sweep.
We're gonna do a little sweeping, a little bit of chores, and figure out how we're gonna be advancing our characters, if we're possibly gonna be unlocking some new chapters or some new playable characters. So come join us over in the dice pool if you want to hear a little bit of housekeeping. But until then, remember, there's room for everyone. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye! Bye!
Heart, please.
Heart, please. Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum.
Yum, yum.
Ooh.
Good stuff, everybody.
Yay!
That was a good offer from Monday.
It was good.
Ooh.
If I didn't already... I don't remember exactly what the consequences are, but I do remember them being very dramatic. And if I didn't remember that or know that at all, I think I would have taken the deal.
Ooh.
Save it for the talk back.
Okay.
This episode of Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast features the voice talents of Elliot Davis, Brian Flaherty, Abby Hepworth, and Jay Stroutman. Editing and sound design by Brian Flaherty. Our original theme song, Stay, Won't You, was written and recorded by Matt DeCaro. Original math rock in this episode by B. Hold. Special thanks to Possum Creek Games. If you want to hear the talkback for this episode, as well as talkbacks for every episode of this season, plus 2 fully sound designed bonus episodes of Yazeba's Bed and Breakfast, just head on over to patreon.com/many-sided-media and become a member of the Dice Pool. And remember, if you're having fun, you're already doing it right. My First Dungeon is a Many-Sided Media production.
If you're hearing this, that means you listened to every last second of this episode. And if you simply cannot wait until the next episode drops, you should head over to patreon.com/myfirstdungeonpod and become a member of the Dice Pool. Fresh! For just a few bucks a month, you'll get cast talkbacks, original games, and a full-length bonus actual play each and every month. As of the end of 2023, there's already over 20 hours of bonus audio, plus a whole bunch of other goodies to enjoy. So head on over to patreon.com/myfirstdungeonpod and jump on into the Dice Pool. We'll see you there. Splash!